Hello guys, your boy Duke here. So over the past days I was be bothering with the GOXLR. The GOXLR had some issues suddenly at the end of 2022 and I end up almost breaking it in half. So the question is that did I break it or not? We'll see now. So I started searching on the Reddit and on Discord servers about a solution about some cutting out of the sound. Unfortunately, I found and I don't found. So I have a couple of things. Someone they said that okay, change from the Discord server itself. The staff from the TC Helicon said that they give a guide. Okay, so they start saying about changing the USB ports, change the cables, the normal troubleshooting, update the BIOS, which I want also your attention about this BIOS thing, which I will really focus on this one today. So I start doing everything, I changed my USB ports, I changed the cable, I update the BIOS, I mess around with the buffer settings on the GoXLR control panel. I somehow fix it, but at the end of the day, it was not satisfying at all. I was still having hiccups and cutting out of the sound. So I decided to do something else, right? I decided to go one step further and force to reinstall Windows. I would say why? Because they asked me to use an application of LatencyMon. So this LatencyMon is just monitoring the latency of your PC to see if it can handle real-time audio. I downloaded the application, I ran it, it was running smooth, they said that the computer doesn't have any issues, etc, etc. The moment I started running the game, the whole thing just messed up, the whole system just messed up, like starting having low frames, and I was like, what's going on? I just closed the game and then checked the latency mode, it was like totally freeze, not responding. I was like, shut down the latency mode, I opened it again, very slow, my PC starts lagging. What's going on? I fired up the task manager and I saw that the CPU was like 1 gigahertz. So it was throttling without having high temps. I had like around 38 C, and I was like, what's going on? So I messaged them that you know what, this GoXLR will either I will fix it because this specific device make me so many problems and I lost so much work and everything on my PC. So I messaged them on the Discord. I said that either it will be fixed or I will just throw it to the garbage straight. Like I will break it and say to the garbage because of one device, I had the whole system just mess up. So I just forced to do the installation of the Windows. I was like, what's going on? I checked my BIOS settings as I have been updated the BIOS as per the instruction advice. I restore the BIOS settings, nothing, still the same. I reinstall Windows, laggy computer. I was like, what's going on? So what I have done next is that I just went and overclocked my CPU. Like maybe it's the power, maybe it's the voltage, maybe something that's messing up with the clocks of the computer. I overclocked the CPU, everything was smooth. And I was, what's going on over here? Did the BIOS update mess up everything? So what I have done after overclocking, I benchmarked it. The clocks of the CPU though, it was stable. I had all my 16 cores on 3500. And I'm like, what is going on, right? Why like this should be variable? I didn't pay so much attention. Maybe I said that, maybe it's over the overclocking, maybe it's like this, maybe it's buggy, whatever. I fired up the game. I was keep kicking out with crash. What is going on? What's going on? After a lot of search, after reading many threads, like advice left and right on Reddit, advice left and right on overclocking.net, advice left and right of Discord, advice. I have done everything. The outcome, reinstallation of the Windows, very bad. After the installation, the GoXLR was working perfectly, but the point is not to reinstall the whole system because of one fucking device. Number 3, the CPU is not performing as it should be performed. Number 4, inconvenience. So I did the final thing. I tried something that I should try, and I have done it. Straight right the BIOS update. I cleared the CMOS. So this is the cache memory of BIOS, right? By clearing this one, oh hello, everything is fine. CPU is performing properly without overclock. Variable CPU clocks. Stress test, absolute perfect. System, perfect. Yeah, it's viable, yes. My CPU clocks are perfect now. So the question is that what happened, right? With the BIOS update, something, I don't know what, don't ask me, I'm not inside the motherboard, mess up the settings. So the previous default settings, even if you restore the safety default settings of the previous BIOS, most probably because you need cache, or something was interrupting a setting inside the cache, it was not okay with the new BIOS update. So the solution here, which is proven from now on, like, because it changed everything, right? I tried to overclock, to undervolt, to overvolt, nothing. It was not fixing the CPU. It was shit. If you let the CPU without overclocking, the CPU was like literally dropping from 3.5 base speed to 1 gigahertz. It was shit. Number two, if you overclock, the base clock was stable even with, there was no throttling, right? The temperatures were like 30 degrees, 35 degrees. It was very low. Okay. The CPU then, if you overclock it, it doesn't have available CPU clocks. It was staying stable on 3.7 and it was being overclocked as a base speed. All the clocks, all the cores was on the 3.7. It should be variable, right? To reach around 4, 4.2, 4.5. It depends on the overclocking. It depends on the CPU. So the whole problem was this specific thing, this clear CMOS. So after I clear this one, everything is fixed. GOXLR working perfectly because of course we reinstall the Windows. CPU is working perfectly. Everything works fine. So as for the GOXLR, it will live today, die another day. So that was the solution. So maybe yes, updating the BIOS will help you for real, but after updating the BIOS, clear the CMOS. So with one shot, we got two birds. First of all, we solved the problem with the GOXLR. And secondly, for the people that they have underperforming CPUs after a BIOS update or whatever reason, and even if they restore the defaults on the BIOS, clear the CMOS. So we got two solutions in one problem. I hate to say that I had to go through the whole process of frustration, but we will see the positive side that we got a solution, right, guys? So GOXLR, guys, that you have the GOXLR, don't break it in half. Still is a good mixer. Still is a good mixer. But it comes with some problems. Unfortunately, their support is not that, I don't know what to say, like, don't test it, I don't know. Like, they don't come with a solution, they don't want to bother because I'm like, I was sending so many messages, like, I saw so many threads, but I was getting reply like one every now and then. Actually, the replies was like this, the standard, like, oh, what you have, here's your guide number 1, troubleshooter number 1, here's your guide troubleshooter number 2, oh, you have something else, oh, maybe, yeah, you have faulty device. You can have faulty device. So what do you mean that? And I told them, okay, I have faulty device, and now what's next, right? You're gonna compensate me, you're gonna send me a new device, I will send this one back to you. So what's the case, right? Anyways, I don't want to bother too much with this one, but I will say this one, that if you have GOXLR, update your latest BIOS. It might somehow help you change your USB ports. It also helps you, but I like not to change my USB ports because then I don't like to change the setups. If the computer, if the machine will work perfectly on everything. Cannot have like the faulty, like start blaming the ports. No, man, don't blame the ports. Play your software, number 1. Blame your driver, number 2. And as I said, release a hotfix. You cannot release updates of your drivers. You cannot release an update of anything when the Windows updating every couple of weeks, months, and you release a driver or software every couple of quarters rather than months, right? So GOXLR PC Helicon team, just instead of sending automatic, like auto text, copy paste, oh, this maybe solve your problem, bye bye. Yeah, I might solve it, yeah, I will not say no to you, but dig more and maybe start searching a little bit further the problem down, you know, just not let it be, just don't start blaming the device. I don't like it, right? When you're selling something, you're selling it and you have to support, you have to know what's the problem from A to Z. You cannot speculate, you cannot guess, you cannot blame without actual checking, right? So that's my opinion, and that's the solution, guys. So that was it. So I hope that you liked the video, guys. Please like and subscribe. Comment below. Maybe you have any other problem that might solve or whatever. Join our Discord channel. I'm giving some tips every day on things that I'm facing with the PC and everything. I'm also bothering with the 3D printing, so I will have something extra there for you if you want. For the people that have GOXLR, guys, don't get frustrated. There's always a solution to problems. So with a little bit more searching, with a bit more community talking, with a little bit more luck, you're gonna solve it. No problem is unsolved, other than quantum physics. So guys, until the next time, if you have any further issues, just comment down below. Maybe we can solve it also. Don't forget, I'm streaming on Twitch and sometimes on YouTube. I have my Facebook, Discord, Instagram page down below. Drop a like, drop a follow. I will see you on my streams also, guys. Let's have a discussion over there. Until the next time, until the next problem. See you soon. Bye-bye.